I think it's going to be 100 years before it really works well. I was done, I hit send, and a most beautiful letter came out. I actually use it every day now.
The conversation around AI is everywhere. But what does it look like when it's actually in our hands? Residents at a community living space are moving beyond the headlines to try AI for themselves. This is a look at their first-hand experiences, the problems they solved, the challenges they faced, and how their perspective on technology is evolving, one conversation at a time.
Hello, I'm Jim Bertine. I'm a resident here at Knollwood. And my background before this was I was an insurance agent for 22 years with the Knights of Columbus. And prior to that, I was in the Navy for 27 years. And I'm a retired senior chief for the Navy. Other than that, I've lived in California, I've been around the world 3 times, stationed in London. I think I'm a well-rounded and traveled person. I think there's a lot of interest in AI, a lot of interest in ChatGPT. There's quite a few people who actually have Alexa in their apartments, and there's quite a few who have Siri. Still, I have good familiarity with that, with AI, but I never really had it with ChatGPT. Well, I've never been afraid of AI. I do have a computer background in information systems, so I know what AI is. I also know the problems that AI has, not only with senior citizens, which we're trying to do here to help them become more familiar with it, but also in the real world, because you can read articles in the Telegraph or any newspaper or in The Economist. But as far as being skeptical, I'm excited to learn more, and I'm trying to delve myself more and more into reading anything I can about how to do and how to interact with AI, and certainly with ChatGPT and workflow. I think it's back when, I would say 2008 with the first iPhone. I knew we had AI. I knew we had that in place, but to be able to talk to my phone and then say, Siri, do this or do that, and then there was a nice response. So that was good programming. ChatGPT, that's a whole different kettle of fish for me. I've had to learn, and I think several months ago I got a little instruction on how to use it as a project or make a flyer or help me with writing. I do know when I write something and it uses what I've written, sometimes it changes it, not necessarily in the tone or the way I want it, but I'm working on making sure that ChatGPT works for me. But it's going to be a lesson. Maybe you guys will help me learn how to do it very easily. I think it's going to be 100 years before it really works well. Well, when asked how often I use ChatGPT, AI, I actually use it every day now. And what I'm trying to do here is to get the senior citizens, my neighbors, my friends, to know the little click to get Siri activated and talk to your phone. Open calendar, open an app. So at any rate, I use it for everything. If actually, the stove is AI. It's now more programmable, and our oven is more programmable. So almost everything in my apartment, I try to do very much with AI. I visited the Buchanan, if you ever get there. It's a wonderful submarine. It's a World War II boat and actually served in the war. And there was a young woman who did a wonderful job of knowing the submarine from the bow to the stern. And I really wanted to send her some dolphins, the award we get when we become submariners. And I wanted to see what ChatGPT, it was the very first thing I ever did with ChatGPT. And I said, I want to write a letter of thank you for your expertise and your knowledge for what you did on the submarine. And I was done, I hit send, and a most beautiful letter came out. I just made a couple of little tips. And then I put that and the dolphins I purchased for her, and I sent them. The sad part about this young lady, she hasn't responded with a thank you note yet. The biggest challenge I have with using the AI tools, the ChatGPT tools, is asking questions, how to ask the question. If you ask the wrong way, you get the wrong response. You get something you're not even looking for. So I think sometimes the knowledge base that wherever the issues are coming from are not as clear as they could be. That's my biggest challenge. When discussions of AI and ChatGPT became so common, I would say within the last, 1 to 2 years, maybe I wasn't as comfortable then, but because if I use it every day and I help other people with it, then I'm becoming more and more comfortable. So I would say right now I'm at a very comfortable level to use it. If I go back to the previous answer, I still need to ask those questions properly. Well, when asked about what kind of advice I would give for older adults who are thinking about using AI, first of all, they have to get over the fear that it's a simple system and they have it in everything they're doing. And once they get over that and just ask the right questions and read and look at the internet, look at things on the web and some videos on YouTube, that might make a difference too. Kind of like, how can I do this particular function? But then remember, most people don't even know how to use YouTube. First of all, I'd say they're not always accurate. I think all of us know that if I don't know, I haven't written an essay anytime soon, but if I were researching something and I got the wrong answer, I better know the topic I'm researching first, so that I can make sure that whatever I'm looking for from that tool is working properly. I'm not so sure that everybody's talking about it. We do have some very senior citizens who don't even have an iPhone or an Android, and maybe not even have a laptop or a computer, or might not even know how to use their smart TV for that matter. But I do think there is enthusiasm to learn it. And the group that is working here with the current program, they're very enthusiastic about it. I don't think there's any indifference to the whole issue. But again, I don't think all the politics and the money and everything else that people have to think about with AI, because remember, the products aren't cheap. Programming is not perfect. But I think AI overall makes it a lot easier for us, especially with handicaps and accessibility issues. It's wonderful to be able to talk to a device and have the device actually talk to you. But I think it's going to work out that more people, if the proper program is established, will make it happen here and make people feel comfortable with what they're doing.